Hello, neighbors.
Don't you want to be our neighbor?
So we're doing cranberry beef stew today. I got a pound and a half of stew meat cooking right here in 2 tablespoons of oil, salt, a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of pepper.
It's really only a pound and a quarter.
Well, whatever. Some of the stuff we're going to use in here, we're going to use butter, we're going to use minced garlic, we're going to use, it calls for 2 onions, but we're going to use 1 onion diced.
I'm surprised by that.
6 stalks of celery, 4 tablespoons of flour, 4 cups of beef broth, 3/4 cup of Riesling, which I'm having a good time with.
Somebody's enjoying the leftovers. It's a Caribbean pour, he says.
6 ounces of dried cranberries.
Yummy. I know, it's spring, not fall, but let's work with it.
1 tablespoon of parsley, quarter teaspoon of ginger, ground ginger, 1 tablespoon of orange zest, 2 bay leaves, 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, and a teaspoon of rosemary. So I got this browned up. I didn't brown it all the way through. I wanted to keep it a little medium rarish so it doesn't dry out when I cook it for the next braise it for the next 2 hours. So this will just get you started on how we throw it together. Then while it's cooking, you guys can go and do whatever you need to do. Eat supper, drink wine.
You know, whatever. We got this recipe off the back of the beef broth container. So, what is the best recipe you guys have ever used off the back of a container? Do you use recipes?
So, now we got our oil and our beef gunk in there.
It's like he wasn't listening to me.
We're going to take our celery, onions, and our garlic. Throw it right in the pan here.
Hey! Anybody need a dog over in spring?
Quiet! Some neighbors walking their dogs. So we're gonna put this in the pan. We're gonna cook it till it's translucent. Bling! You want your collar? You do? Turn the heat up because I'm gonna have to get this to a boil here.
I'm gonna boil it.
Not this, the other stuff, the liquid. So I want to get it hot. Get this translucent. So prep time's about 15 minutes. It says on here, and between 2 to 3 hours you let it braise.
And we learned that braising just means simmer, keep on low for 2 hours.
Oh,
do you see the puppy? He wants to be outside. Look at him there. He's making sure none of the other puppies are getting anything. Because they're here. Oh, we should have put the butter in to make vegetables translucent.
Yeah, I forgot to write that down on my little
cheat sheet.
That's all right. Butter will go quick. There's enough oil and stuff still in the pan and reserved from the meat.
It's that Caribbean pour catching up to you.
Alright. We'll give this another few seconds because it will soften up as it simmers for 2 hours. So, what were you going to say now?
Nothing that had to do with anything of this. Did you have something else?
You always have to try and steal the show, don't you?
No, I'm just filling your dead air.
You want to steal the show, then why don't you cook?
Oh
wait, you don't know how!
I know how to cook. Puppy says I made pancakes just fine this morning.
Any dog can make pancakes.
Good. That's why they weren't helping.
So, now we're going to take the flour. This is our, what did I say it was? 2 tablespoons?
Or 4.
4 tablespoons of flour? That don't look like 4.
It's 4 tablespoons.
Okay.
So
we're going
to put it in with the butter and the veggies.
Stir it up for 2 minutes.
For those, oh no, I hope that doesn't make it go away. For those of you that don't know, that thickens stuff.
Oh shoot. You just lose them again?
Nope. I got 5 minutes and then it's going to tell me if I want to ignore time.
You do this every single time you close people out.
Nope, I didn't close them out. My little thing came up that said I've been on social media too long today.
What happens? You got nothing better to do than Facebook all day long.
Facebook is business, baby.
Facebook's a waste of time. All right. Close enough to 2 minutes.
Yeah, it was a whole minute.
I'm improvising. I'm doing this on the fly. Now, we'll sort of
slowly
pour in our...
So
otherwise the flour don't clump.
Well, yeah, you're supposed to stir constantly. You got this fancy whisker thing. Aren't you supposed to use that?
I was going to, but I don't think I need to because I got the spoon dirty.
Spring in the doghouse.
Dog, I'm going to string you up. Dog!
So that was a whole container. 32 ounces is 4 cups and 3/4 cup of the Riesling. That ought to be interesting.
Now we got to bring this to a boil. I think. I gotta read my cheat sheet again.
That's not the cheat sheet. That's the real sheet.
Oh, the real sheet.
There's 2 minutes.
Alright, so we got that going. I'm just going to sit there and let it do that first. I'm going to bring over all of this goodies, because all these goodies are going to go in there in a few minutes.
Isn't that beautifully colored? And I put it together so beautifully. We're using all the cranberries though. The whole package. 6 ounces. That's a lot of cranberries.
Alright. Pour this stuff in first, so I can mix it all in. I'm gonna put the meat back in here too. I want to get all the spices mixed up a little bit. Then we bring it to a boil. Boil, boil, you nasty goys and boils.
Did you guys notice 2 bay leaves? Remember, bay leaves come back out later.
If you can find them. If not, you just wait till you scoop them out. Scoop them up in your plate.
All the meat went back in.
All the meat went back in. Now we gotta do is bring it to a boil. So once we bring it to a boil, then we cover it and turn it down to simmer. UPS.
All right, boil, simmer. See you in 2 hours.